guys, Dr. Kristie Ennis, physical therapist, nutritionist, and personal trainer. And today I'm going to show you some great stretches to do for your hip after you have worked out. Now before you work out, you want to do something called dynamic stretching, and after you work out, you want to do static stretching. Dynamic stretching is moving stretching. And if you actually do static or holding stretching before you work out, you can actually risk injury, and it even decreases performance in your athletic endeavor. So you definitely don't want to have either of those things happen. Now, all the stretches I'm going to show you today are great really for any sport, because all sports use your hip muscles, and just sitting uses your hip muscles. So these are not necessarily sport specific, but they're really good for any type of workout or sporting event. And as far as how long you want to hold them, that changes all the time with the research. So I tell people, shoot to hold it for as long as you comfortably can. Because if you have to watch a clock, that kind of messes it up too. The longer you hold it, the more you're able to relax into the stretch as well. So just keep that in mind. I'm only going to show you a few seconds just so that you can get an idea for what the stretch actually looks like. All right, and you don't need any fancy schmancy equipment or any equipment at all, except if you're on the ground, you may want a mat. If you've just played soccer outside or something like that, you just get down on the ground, don't worry about the mat. So here we go. And this actually, first one is my all-time favorite stretch. You're going to take one ankle, cross it right over the thigh. And if this is enough of a stretch in this left leg, you hold it right here. If you need more of a stretch, you kind of loop those hands underneath that right leg and bring it up to your chest. You can play around a little bit about angle of the stretch too. It may feel better to rock it off to the side a little bit. And if you need even more stretch, you can go ahead and cradle that leg right in your hands. Okay? No stretching should be actually painful. It should feel like a lovely, comfortable pull, and that's it. Okay? So you would do that on both sides. Then you're going to take that leg and cross it all the way over. Arms are going to come out to the side. And you're going to let your knees drop over to the right side. So that's actually stretching out this left hip here, making sure you don't let that shoulder blade pop off the mat. And if it's comfortable on your neck, you just look right over that left shoulder. Once you've done that one, you actually keep your knees in this same position, and then you're going to bring your knees right over to the other side. This stretches out actually the capsule or the opposite muscle on the opposite leg. So now we're really stretching that right hip. And most people don't think about stretching this muscle at all, but it gets super duper tight with all of the activity and sitting that we do during the day. And then you're going to go right into the hamstring, making sure that you don't tilt your pelvis to cheat a little bit. You can keep the opposite leg bent up, but hands are going to go around that thigh, bringing that knee in towards the chest. And then the goal is to straighten that leg up as much as you can. You can use a band to assist if you need to. And don't worry if your knee doesn't go all the way straight. You're just working up to that, okay? Flexing into that foot gets a little bit more stretch into that calf too at the same time. And then one more is a kneeling one. You can do this certainly with a pad or a pillow underneath your foot if you need to. But this is for the hip flexor. So one foot goes in front. One foot goes in back, and then you're going to do a little bit of a pelvic tilt, right? So right in through the hip, keeping that back straight or even a little arched if it's comfortable, and then you're coming straight forward. If you just do this, you're not going to stretch out that hip flexor. So nice and comfortable. You can even add a little lean into it, stretches out this a little bit more. And again, obviously, both sides for all of these stretches. So that's the quick and dirty. It shouldn't take you very long at all, and it is really important to try to loosen up those muscles after you've just abused them with whatever activity you've chosen to do. And if you're not sure if your hips are tight, check out my video that I have on how to tell if your hips are tight. So thanks for tuning in today. Go ahead and click that thumbs up button if you like what you saw, and share it with your friends and family. Thanks.